Okay, cool maths guys. Let's see if anyone's alive. I'll hang around here for a bit. Is anyone alive? Let's find out. I've got two people. Pop your names in the chat box, whoever you are. This is not going to be a huge content lesson, and you'll see why in a minute. But I do need to talk to you for a bit about what's going on and what's going to happen. Anissa, good to see you. I'm going to wait for a little longer than this, for obvious reasons. Talking to two people is a bit pointless. So just hang on in there, just be patient with me. Then I'll walk you through what's going down. Isabella, good to see you too. It's good to see you too. We've got three people. Pop your name in the chat box. Once I feel like we've got enough people. So we've got three. We're looking. I need a few more than that. So can you, whoever's got the group chat, pop a message on the group chat. I'm holding on for a few more minutes, obviously. Because kind of need a few of you. You need to kind of know what the hell's what on earth's going to go on in the next 2 to 3 weeks. That timescale is deliberate. So we'll wait for a few more people to show up. And if they don't, what I'll do is I'll explain it to you and I'll hang around here and then you guys can go. Got 4 people. Can those people that are on pop their name in the chat box, please? Because that's the register. Sarah, Ikram, brilliant. Got 6 people now. Cool. I will wait for a few more minutes just so you know what's going on. Naima, really good to see you. I haven't received anyone asking for a reference yet, Naima, just so you know. Positivity. This is a thing. Yeah, by all means, chat away. From next lesson, I'm also going to run the Microsoft Teams having a group call as well, so we can hear each other's voices. That's good. I'm not going to do it today. You'll see why for obvious reasons. Well, they'll be obvious in a minute. It's at school, that's why, VJ. Oh, of course. That would make absolute sense. I mean, they might be open sooner than, well, I don't know what you think. Maybe June, maybe? We'll see. So I'm going to hold on for about a minute or so. I'll start in about a minute, and then I'll talk to people that are here. I kind of wanted everyone that was, you'll see why in a minute. Pop your name in the chat box if you haven't already. So I've got Naima, I've got Ikram, I've got Sarah, I've got Isabella, and I've got there was somebody who was the very first, Anissa. I think I missed out anyone there. So if you are the missing 6th person, because I can see at least 6 people are watching this. If you are the missing 6th person, put your name in the chat so you get registered in. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say to you. Well, I do know what to say to you. I'll say to you in a minute. Tis indeed Thursday, I heard. Thursday. Okay, so I'm going to start with the 6 I've got here, and then other people can catch up and watch the video. So the basic idea is we're going to finish up on Thursday the 8th of May. So we've got today, which we're not going to do much today. Then we've got Friday's double. We've got a Wednesday. We've got another Friday double. And then we've got a Wednesday, and then we're done. Now, as it stands, we've got, what, 6 lessons, and then we're finished. That's what the college want to do. So the college basically, as far as I can understand, they're just going to pretend like nothing happened. We're obviously not going to do the exam. We know that. There will be an autumn exam. You'll be given a grade through methods that hasn't been described yet. That still haven't been fully sorted. If you're unhappy with the grade, so that's... you'll get that in, I think, the date August the 13th, you get your grades. Yeah? I mean, it's only 2 weeks. The world's not going to end. I mean, it's a more of a pain for me, I'm not going to lie, because I have to make up stuff for lessons when you guys actually, you're not going to be doing a test. So I'm going to have to be quite creative. So August 13th is when the results are going to come out. Now, obviously, Candy's focus will be on the year 13s. So your results will be sent out to you that afternoon. I guess that's what they normally do. So you'll get your results hopefully August 13th. All right. As far as I know, remember everything I'm saying to you is subject to change. I think one of the good things about keeping you around is because everything just keeps changing every week or two because the government changed their mind about this and the college changed their mind about that. Let's just come up last year and do nothing. No, is the answer to that. I will try and make it useful and practical. I'll try not to be so I will go kind of make it more hardcore towards say psychology. I've got the psychology book with me. If not, I'll look it up. So I'll try and make it as useful as I possibly can. But remember, as I said, it's only 6 lessons, and the double Fridays. I mean, it's not the hardest thing in the world. So I mean, it's going to be done very, very shortly. Hey, Yaron, it's good to see. So yeah, the big news you missed, Yaron, is that our last lesson is not next Wednesday, the Wednesday after. So that's Wednesday the 6th. That's our very last lesson. All right. So we've got about 6 lessons left. Double Friday, Wednesday, double Friday, Wednesday, and that's us done. There isn't, as you know, there isn't going to be an exam. You'll be given a grade, and the grade should come out by August the 13th. That's Thursday, August the 13th. In the afternoon, I would have thought. Yeah? Yeah, don't stress about it. That's good. Just do as much as you can, and that's awesome. Obviously, if you don't get your results by, say, the Monday afterwards, well, to be fair, if you don't get your results that day, email me, and I'll see what I can do. I can't promise I can do anything, because, as you can imagine, just think about it, for you guys, it's bad. Obviously, you missed the chance to do an exam and all that stuff. But for the year 13s, it's going to be the apocalypse. I don't know what she's talking. I mean, maybe I've set work from before, and she's been working on it quietly. I think I did set some stuff. I mean, I can't remember. Yaron, remind us what I said, because as I said at this point, I don't know if you know what the rules are for this, but no work after the 20th for any exam for year 13 exam can count. So if you send me work, of course I'll mark it. You made the effort, I will too, but it doesn't change anything. So that's that. So August 13 is when you're going to get your result. Suppose you're not happy. Suppose you got a C. And the thing is, I can't say anything about the grades for 3 reasons. First of all, I'm not allowed to. That's number 1. I can't tell you anything. Yeah, I think I might have set something and just said, yeah, don't stress. Do it if you want to. Don't. Just something to pass the time. I can't tell you anything I'm not allowed to. Number 2, I can't tell you anything because I don't know anything. So even if I wanted to be an illegal person, which I don't, I couldn't tell you anything because I don't know anything. And number 3, nothing like this has ever happened before. And Candy's never done core maths, and all that stuff can't put together. So I can't promise, I don't know, I can't say to, let's pick Yaron. I can't say, Yaron, you will get an A star. I'm going to give that to you. Because number 1, it's not me giving it. And number 2, I can't promise anything. All right? So just be aware, if you ask me for what grade I'm going to get, I won't be able to tell you for about 100 different reasons. So there's that. Okay. What else do we need to kind of think? So, is everyone who's here reasonably clear on what's happening? You still got Friday, Wednesday, Friday, Wednesday, then we're done. I'm not going to do exam content with you. I suspect they'd be dead at this point, wouldn't they? I mean, if they came out alive. I've been hearing a lot of abuse for that guy. Yeah. I mean, as I said, for you guys, it's relative. I don't want to diminish the fact that everyone's life's been turned upside down. But just for a minute, put your feet in the shoes of the year 13s. Their results are literally dependent on a system that nobody really knows what's going on. They're going to be done in a certain way. They'll never know what they could have got unless they do it. Yeah. And so I want to talk about the resit. Not that because I think millions of us are going to need it, but it's kind of like we're doing this sort of like, where are we in life chat. Hello, Zerda. You're back. Okay, cool. So can I just start? I'll start you from the beginning. Thursday, the 8th of May is the last day of core maths. Okay? Obviously, we don't have a lesson that day, so it's Wednesday, really. Yeah? So Wednesday 7th, sorry. Wednesday 7th. So Wednesday 7th is our last lesson. We've got a double Friday, we've got a Wednesday, a double Friday, then a Wednesday. Yeah? Yes, basically. I mean, I can't say that out loud on the YouTube channel, but yeah, basically. So we've got 6 lessons left. What happens after? Obviously, you don't do any exams. And the honest truth of the matter, as I understand it, is any work you do now that you submit to me can't be used to judge your performance. So it's just, hey, it's good to see you, Holly. But to be fair, I've been watching you all year. I know what you've done, and we've done some mock exams, and it's all good. Don't worry about that side. In terms of the predictions, obviously, they're there, they exist. It's all good. When do you get your results? August the 13th. Okay. When should you get them? Around August 13th in the afternoon. Year 13s will get theirs because they have the hey precious. Year 13s will be there getting their results, presumably by hand, as long as Corona's kind of calmed itself down a bit. And then you have yours sent out by email. What's everything based on? I can't actually answer that on 2 levels. First of all, it hasn't been decided. Second of all, I'm not allowed to talk about it. So it's literally one of those things where my mouth is nail shut. Holly, yeah, I'm not commenting about anything like that. By email, yes, by email. What I will do on that day is I will individually contact you to talk to you. Just to let you know, here are your results. Here are your next steps, if for whatever reason. And just to make this absolutely clear, you should know this. It's not just what BJ says goes, because otherwise I just predict you all stars. And every other teacher that likes their students in the country will do exactly the same thing. Government are still consulting. They know that teachers are going to be biased towards their students. There's also a thing about, like, if you're richer, you get over predicted. Yeah, Nana, you're right. If you are not of an ethnic minority, you get over predicted. There's like historical evidence of this. So they've got to do a whole bunch. Also, like, what college you go to affects what grade you get as well. So like, there's going to be a whole lot of adjustments. So let's pick an example. Let's say, I don't know, my favorite student is Jim. I predict Jim an A star. I submit that in. Does that mean Jim's getting an A star? No. Yeah. No. Yeah. It makes a difference for me, because richer people generally go to better schools. Better schools have better, kind of like more money, more equipment, whatever. They tend to. It's all true. Marxists wouldn't have it. Well, yeah, we go to Naima. I mean, the good thing about you guys is no one can judge you on what past people did. Again, this is why I know it sounds like this is like the year 13 pity party. But imagine if you were year 13 doing A-level or whatever, and then your results are being looked at, but last year these guys were rubbish. You don't even know what your prediction for core maths is. It doesn't matter at this point. It doesn't matter at this point because we're not running. It's not being run on predictions as it stands. Yeah, it was never stated. Yeah, it wasn't. Because Corona killed the chance to do it, to be fair. All you need to do, right, from your side, I mean, this discussion I think is useful. Let's keep it really, really simple. When is your last core maths lesson? Wednesday the 7th. Yeah? You will, okay, listen to me. Yeah? What's going to happen? On Wednesday 7th is your final lesson. Yeah? You are going to be given a grade. Yeah? How is that going to happen? Don't know. Yeah? What grade are you going to get? Can't tell you, and also don't know. Right? It will be done off all the things that are off call. I'll send around the message for off call. You should have got a text message with this stuff, anyways. And off call have basically said, we're going to ask colleges, we're going to look at previous grades, we're going to look at what colleges have done in the past, we're going to look at what things you came in with. We're going to look at all kinds of stuff. So it's not just, we're also going to look at teachers' kind of opinion as well. I'm not saying that I've got no power in this, but it's not the whole of the thing. When are you going to get that grade? The grade that they've come up with? August the 13th. So on August the 13th in the afternoon, you'll be given a grade. You get a message saying, this is your core maths grade. And it's always subject to change because, you know, things can change, right? Yeah? Okay. So what happens after that? If you're happy with your grade, bye. I mean, I hope I see you in the corridor. We'll have a chat and be all good. It was a pleasure knowing you, and I hope you know, I wish you all the best in the future. I suppose you're not happy. There are two options which are not mutually exclusive. Number one is you get a chance to do an exam for free in the autumn. Well, it's free whatever happens because you're a candidate, you know. Anyone who's unhappy with the grade they got. So suppose you got a B and you wanted an A, say, to hell with this, I'm going to do this in October or September. Nobody knows when it's going to be. All we know it's going to be in September, October, November. It could even be November, all right? Or you could choose to do it again at the end of the year, all right? And that's the end of year 2. And I can understand why people might or might not want to do that. I'm not getting into the debate about that now. It's just saying these are your options. If you're not happy with what the system has come out with, because it's not just the case that it's what VJ wants to give you, it's what the system wants to come out with, that's when you get to do it, okay? So I'm hoping that's making sense to people now. If any of this changes, by the way, this is like my up-to-date information, but as you know, things, I don't know if you've been following this, but things just change on a weekly, right? This is one of the reasons why they're keeping core maths going at least till some part of May, so I can get you out that information, all right? So that's the situation. So there's 2 things we're going to consider today. This is not going to be a long lesson. In fact, this is not going to be a lesson at all, all right? 2 things I need from you. Number 1 is just an awareness that we've still got these lessons going on, and I'd like you guys to come up with any kind of content that you'd like to see. If not, obviously, I've got lessons prepared. I can make them for you, but it's not going to be, obviously, there's no point me doing exam prep, yeah? And the second thing you need to do is get yourself in all your work and your resources together and organized in the event that you're not happy, right? So it's almost like you're preparing for it, yeah? So suppose your results don't come out well. And remember, this is a suppose. This is not me hinting that they are going to come out badly. It's just, I'm saying this, if you look at my year 13 video, it's exactly the same video, right? Get all your stuff filed, get all your stuff put together, get all the stuff so that if in August you got a B but you wanted an A, then you can just go, okay, here's my folder. I'm going to spend a month on this, bang it out. Because if you throw away your stuff, set fire to your stuff, eat your stuff, whatever, use it up to roll up cigarettes, you're going to be in trouble. That's the thing, Zerda. If you're happy with the grade you get, that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. And I'm not saying work over the summer. That's not what I'm saying at all. Yeah. What I'm saying is that in the case of a disaster and you get predicted, I don't know, an E, as you don't want an E on your record because you know whatever happens, even if you were dead in the exam, you'd get more than an E. Yeah. Wherever I see that, I don't know. To be fair, like there are such things as edible paper, but I'm going off. So I don't want to make this YouTube video longer than it needs to be. So like, just back yourself, prepare, right? And all you need to do for preparation is just have your stuff in an organized way. I am not saying do maths. I mean, that's part of me was thinking of you when I said burn. Yeah? Because none of that is the kind of thing you do. And I'm not saying that you won't get what you want. Yeah? I'm not saying you won't get what you want. Because literally no decisions have been made about any of this stuff. But every one of you should prepare yourself for the possibility. Yeah? You can be predicted in it. You can be. Yeah? The system hasn't come out yet. What's happened? So we don't know yet. So definitely don't burn it yet. Don't recycle it yet. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Yeah? If it turns out that whatever Ofsted, Ofsqual, whatever they're called, give us something that's unacceptable because you guys obviously are better than that. Remember, I've said that from the beginning. No one's going to fail it. It's annoying. You may not get like A stars, but you're not going to fail this. So if anyone comes out with we have to do something about that. Because obviously you do much better. So just keep your stuff and keep it organized. So like, don't just leave it in like, I don't know, some plastic bag and it's all getting wrinkled up and the mice are eating it. You should have mice in your house, but you get the idea. Have it somewhere safe, out of the way that you can find it again if you need it, etc. Exactly, that's what I mean. Like your effort was at least worth something, like a B or something. But the thing is, I can't guarantee you because there isn't a system in place that can say this. And even if I knew what it was, I couldn't tell you because otherwise I'd get fired. And possibly it could be criminal as well, actually. I suspect they're going to take this super, super seriously. So it's not one of those things where you can quietly, say, I'm not going to say anything and then leak it out of the corner of your mouth. That's just not going to happen, all right? So that's all I kind of wanted to say for today. So I was going to be pretty short, just about 20 minutes today. I need to hear from you guys and drop something in the group chat. How would they know? Because nobody knows how. No, you can't add me to your Snapchat group chat. How would they know? Because no student in the history of the world has ever known how to keep, number one, their mouth shut. And number two, it would be dishonest and illegal anyways, right? I'm not saying I don't trust you. I actually do trust you. But okay, here's what I'm going to say to you. This is why. You want to know the fundamental reason why I will not do this? There's two of them. Firstly, I don't want to be like doing something wrong. That's the big one. Suppose I wanted to cheat. I'm not gonna. Suppose I wanted to cheat. So I'm gonna tell. Oh, let's go. Let's say everyone knows Zerda's my favorite. Let me just quickly. I see Zerda is unhappy. I want to tell her grade to make her feel better. Yeah. Suppose somebody found out about that. Not only Zerda's grade would get killed, not only your entire class would get killed. Not entire. You knew that. Come on, you didn't need the reassurance. Don't be like that. You've been my boy since day one. In fact, I actually like all of you guys. If that wasn't clear, exactly, no illegal behavior. Not only would all the core maths get killed, there is a chance that every single A-level maths also would get killed as well. Can you imagine, if you're talking about guilt, imagine that, right? You literally destroyed the life chances of 200 people. I'm not going to be that man. I'm sorry. All right? I can reassure you is that I've seen your hard work and I've been taking notes. I've been keeping like records. So you do not need to stress too hard about that, okay? And if it comes out unfortunate, I'll take it. Naima, come on, my dude. I can have look, I'm very fickle. No, I'm joking. I'm fond of every single one of you. And that is the truth of the matter. I'm actually sort of sad that it will finish on the 7th. I'm kind of glad for you because I think like I understand but I will miss you. No, you're not, because you know I love you guys. You absolutely know I love you guys. I'm not someone that could hide it. If I hated you, you'd know it. Ask my further maths. I hate them. They know it. So yeah, that's me done for today. There will be lessons. Don't ditch me in the lessons. Remember, attendance is still counting. But more important than that, we've only got a few lessons left, right? We might as well have we'll have some fun. I know how to do things like Kahoots online. We're going to do them with you. I've figured out how to put that on YouTube, so that'll be stuff we're going to do. I'm going to teach you some stuff that's going to be, why am I crying? I'm going to miss you so much. What I'm going to say to you is I'm going to try and make them as kind of interesting and useful as possible. There's a couple of lessons I'm running my year 13s. I don't know if you'd be interested in, which is number one, how to get internships and apprenticeships. You know, in the apprenticeships and internships, you have to do some kind of like numerical exams. So like, they go, you've got 20 minutes to answer these questions. They're sort of like IQ tests. So I'll show you how to smash those. So yeah, you can definitely do that. So that's comfy. Another one was like, if you want to become a tutor, because I'm a GCSE and A-level maths tutor as well, I can show you how to like get people to, to make some money out of that. And I think a lot of people will be resitting in September, October. I think there's some money to be made there. So I can show you how to do that. So stuff like that I'm doing. I'm also doing like some problem solving, puzzly math stuff. But I'll do stuff and psychology as well. So the stuff that's useful to you. So what I'm going to say is I'm going to hang around here for about another 5 minutes or so. You do not need to hang around here. This is just merely so I find that if I say, here's 5 minutes, ask me questions, yeah, that's just gone. Ikram, that's just gone. All right? Don't stress about that in any way, shape, or form. Oh, there is one thing I wanted to tell you about. So I completely forgot. I'm not saying anything about anyone's like economic status. But if you're having problems, like in like you've only got one laptop in your house, you haven't got like internet, quietly drop me a message on email or whatever. Yeah. And I will forward that to Lorraine, and you might get up to £200. Okay, but you have to be eligible for it. So you can't be like you're living in your like I don't know, everything's fine, but you just want £200. It's got to be like I've only got one laptop and I've got 3 sibs, and we're all doing online learning. And this is holding up my learning, but it's aimed at you, and it's up to £200. So if you are interested in that, just discreetly send me an email, and I'll send the information to Lorraine, and they'll get back to you. All right. Do you know any companies that are doing virtual work experience? The only one that I know keeps talking to me. Let me just get the email up. Just give me a second. So there is one that just keep reassuring me that they're going to do stuff. I don't know why. So I wasn't scared that they would, but you know, they seem to want to email me. The email that we're sort of looking at is the Into Science UK. So anyone, hey Ashanti, anyone who's doing Into Science UK, that's still on, as far as I understand. And if you haven't applied to Into Science, it's closing this Friday. So what I can do is, if anyone's interested in that, again, send me an email. I'll email it back. That's why MJ got £200 a year. Candy's doing some law thing. I wasn't informed about that. So yeah, I'm sure they are. I'm saying they're not. You know. Another one that's giving money away is something called Common App. Yeah, Common App. So I don't know if they're still taking applications for, but this is basically bursaries and money. So Common App, I'll type it in the chat box. I'll just write it down. What did I got bored? So Common App. They are also giving money. Okay, so that's called a moot. Are they doing a moot? I might turn up to that actually. I mean, it's a long time since I've got the robes and wig out. But, you know. Do you know who's running it? The court thing. Are they going over a court case or they're doing a mock trial? Mock trial will be fun. I'll definitely be part of a mock trial. I mean, I'm not seeing end of lockdown before June, realistically. It might be May. So like, don't plan too much. I mean, I think August and September will be okay. Fingers crossed. You're gonna listen, also by the way, everyone's gonna know that this happened, so no one's judging you that you haven't done work experience. What you will get super extra credit for if you still manage to do it somehow. All right. Now, if you hear anything about the law stuff, let me know because I kind of want to do that. What do you think about 5G conspiracies? I'm not convinced because Iran hasn't got any 5G, but yet had coronavirus. I mean, that seems to be a conclusive counterexample. December's going to be bad because it's cold again. So basically, you want your hospitals to be uncluttered with people because then all the corona people get it there. So in December, even if corona's kind of tanked down a bit, the fact that all the other people are going to be, yeah. Are we still doing a test? So can I just recap for those people? And people can drop out of this chat now if they haven't got any questions. What's happening is this. We are done on Thursday the 8th in terms of core maths. So our last lesson is Wednesday the 7th. There is no exam. You'll be given a grade on August the 13th. Sorry, I do apologize. On August the 13th, you'll be given a grade. Oh, super. I'll have a look at that in a second. If you are not happy, then there will probably, and I mean, again, all of this stuff's not guaranteed, there'll probably be a chance for you to, sorry, I do apologize once again, to do the exam in October. All right? How do we get a grade? Now, there is, and I'm going to put this in the live chat, so don't worry about this. I'm going to send you the copy of this. The college have sent around. Ofqual have made a method, thank you, of doing this, but it isn't fully clarified yet. So as soon as I'm done here on this chat, I will pop up the link to what you need to know. Well, to be fair, you don't need to know anything because there's literally, and the thing I want to be absolutely clear is nothing you can do to change anything now. Literally. The government has said, even if you came up with the absolute perfect core maths work now, they're not taking it into account. It's literally, the only thing we're allowed to take into account is up to the 20th of March. All right. So that's why our lessons are going to be focused around things you can use. So psychology based and some are maybe some career stuff, whatever's going to be useful to you in the last 6 lessons. All right. So from your side, there should be no stress at all. I will give you the information that the college has put out. All right. Okay. Nina, let's have a look at this listen forwarding thing you've given me. For some reason, it's not working. Mm-hmm. Interesting. I mean, if you need any help, any support with that, let me know. something's caught in my throat. I do apologize. So yeah, if you need it, if anyone else is, yeah, I know. The Common App is money. They will give you money, even if they don't give it to you this year. You can apply for it next year, but you need to be kind of like poor. I mean, I hope not. I hope not. So yeah, so now if you want any help with any of that process, let me know. All right, because this is all stuff I've done before when I was a lawyer. Okay, I am done here. Anyone else needs any questions? Thank you, my dude. Anyone else got any questions? Hang around and ask them. But I don't want to waste any more of your time than I have to. All right. On Friday we're back here, and we've got Friday, Wednesday, and then we're done forever. All right. When it comes to results, don't panic. I will contact you if I get the results before you. I'll let you know. Like, I can't tell you what they are, but I'll let you know that they're out. And I will be in contact with you that day, just for people to know how to deal with it. I'm not going anywhere, so if you need help with anything, I mean, as I said, I'm very fond of this class. I'll make it very clear about that. I'm gonna miss you guys, and but it was gonna end. This is when it was gonna end, wasn't it? Wednesday the 7th. I mean, after that was literally gonna be your exams. So in a ways, you haven't lost anything. All right. I'm gonna hang around here for a few minutes. Anyone else got any comments? Want to chat? I'm here. Anyone's got any things that they're worried about specifically, you can always drop me a message as well. All right, Zada, you take care, all right? I look forward to seeing you on Friday. I need to think of a lesson, but I look forward to seeing you there anyways. All right? So feel free to drop out of this now. I'm not going to take any more of your time. I will hang around here just in case anyone's got questions, but I'm not expecting you to hang around here. That's not necessary. And next lesson, we will all talk to each other because I'll get the Microsoft Teams chat app working. Rita, have a lovely day. Yaron, you take care of yourself, my dude. Has anyone seen Dylan around? I haven't heard from Dylan. I've heard from quite a lot of everyone else. Naima, have a lovely day. Take care, you and your family. Precious, same to you. Hope everyone's all right where you are. Hope everything's going well for everyone over there. There's a few people I'm missing. Didn't hear from Casey today. Hope she's all right. And Dylan. I wonder if there's anyone else. I saw Ashanti. That was fine. Take care, dudes. So I'll hang around here for a couple of minutes. When you want to drop out, just drop out. This is not like something I'll try to trip you and hanging around. Nope, we've done our business here. In terms of like, what's happening. And we'll move from here. It looks like everyone's pretty much done here. Take care then, my guys. Look after yourselves. Wishing you all the best. Bye. I should have turned off. Why didn't it? Ah, how's that? Excellent.